Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Edelweiss Konnect podcast. Here you can learn interesting investment nuggets gathered from specially curated book summaries featured in our Edelweiss Insights book summary. You can read our book summaries and listen to our Money Connect podcasts on the Edelweiss Mutual Fund website, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcast. So simply grab a coffee, sit back, and enjoy today's inspiration.
So, Vineet, let's make today's podcast. I will ask you a few questions and you will respond with the first word that comes to your mind.
Sure, Neha. This already sounds interesting.
Okay, here goes. Bread,
Butter,
night,
day.
investing.
Wait. Give me a minute to think. Wealth?
Nice. Now, do you know why the first two answers you could give almost immediately, while for the last answer you had to think for a few minutes?
No, not really.
That is exactly what we are going to learn today. In this podcast, we are going to discuss Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman's book, Thinking Fast and Slow. The book will help you easily comprehend critical thinking processes like judgmental errors, decision making, perception, analytical thinking, and irrationality.
I have heard of this book. So basically, there are two players in our minds. One is System 1 and the other is System 2.
That's right. System 1 is a quick and intuitive operator and has almost zero control, making its action automatic. On the other hand, System 2 concentrates on activities that demand attention, including analysis and calculations. This is also the system which deals with decision making in an individual's life.
It would seem like the answers to which I responded immediately were influenced by System 1. While for the third question, System 2 took charge.
Yes, System 1 is largely responsible for the subconscious mind, leading to the creation of what is otherwise called the gut or instinct. System 2, on the other hand, is responsible for analysis-driven decision-making. Unlike going by intuition, System 2 needs a lot of effort to conclude things.
Both Systems 1 and 2 are equally important for decision making. System 1 is where a lot of action takes place. But System 2 is where all the rational thinking takes place.
System 2 gets activated whenever System 1 finds itself in a situation which is beyond its call of automatic duty. For example, when you need to solve a difficult problem which might require some calculation or even damage control, then System 2 gets into action.
If you think about it, System 2 is actually like the monitor of System 1. It tries to curb the impulsiveness of System 1. The thing to remember is that attention and effort always go hand in hand. This is what helps in making good decisions.
In absence of rationality, the human mind tends to rely on intuition and believes it to be the ultimate truth.
Take, for example, advertising. The core of advertising is to impress people by drawing their attention. This can be done by directly putting the consumer's System 1 into action and convincing them to reach a conclusion long before their System 2 can come into the picture.
In economics, there is an important concept called the prospect theory that explains the hurt one feels on losing.
It simply says that the pleasure of a gain or the pain of a loss is proportionately connected to the amount of wealth you have. If you have 1 million rupees in your account, a loss of a few thousand rupees might not cause much pain. However, if you have 1 lakh in your account, then the loss of a few thousand rupees will definitely cause pain.
Another important way the two systems impact us is how they help us shape our experiences. The fact is that the duration of an experience plays almost no role in creating an impact on either of the systems. Instead, what is important is the feeling that it invokes, leading to imprints on the system.
Which is why it is important for us to make well-informed decisions. When you make decisions in isolation, you will inevitably end up making a mistake since you only have a one-sided perspective.
The idea should be to leverage both systems. System 1 is not prone to doubt. It simply believes without any logic or reasoning. If there is any doubt that crops up, then it is immediately suppressed.
This is where System 2 springs into action. It addresses this doubt and allows rational thinking to take over.
The study of these systems has directly or indirectly laid the foundation of the insurance and banking sectors and paved the way for the financial structure of our society.
The bottom line is that we should aim at applying System 2 to decision making that requires deep analysis. Otherwise, we will be in perennial analysis paralysis mode. By leveraging both the systems, we can use human psychology to make the best decisions and build robust business models.
To summarize the key takeaways from this book, your mind has two systems. System 1 is the reason why you have a gut instinct, while System 2 is the reason why you make a rational decision. Both systems are equally important and function interdependently. The way you react to a loss depends on the amount of money you have. Our experiences impact our ability to make rational decisions. When we are making decisions, it is important to look at all the information available. Looking at only selective information will more often than not lead to a mistake. We should focus on sharpening System 2 as it feeds into System 1.
The idea of the two systems is highly relevant to investing. When we follow the crowd and invest in the latest fads or start selling our investments when the markets start falling, we are being impulsive and emotional. We are letting System 1 take over and influence our investment decisions. However, in order to make the best investment decisions, we need to keep System 2 in charge. That is where investing in mutual funds via the systematic investment plan route comes into play.
That's right, Vineet. Mutual funds take money from investors, pool it together, and then invest it in different asset classes like equity, debt, and gold, and over different periods of time ranging from overnight to more than 5 years. More importantly, investing in mutual funds through the SIP route can act as your System 2. When you invest via an SIP, you systematically make a fixed investment in a mutual fund scheme of your choice. Plus, you can choose to invest fortnightly, monthly, or even quarterly.
Absolutely. This way, you don't need to be impulsive about your investment decisions, and you can continue investing in a disciplined manner. You can listen to more such interesting book summaries on our Money Connect podcasts. These are available on the Edelweiss Mutual Fund website, Spotify, and Google Podcasts for you to listen, learn, and enjoy as per your convenience.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Edelweiss Mutual Fund. All mutual fund investors have to go through a one-time KYC process. Investors should deal only with registered mutual funds. For more info on KYC, RMF, and procedure to lodge or redress any complaints, please visit our website www.edelweissmf.com.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.